Tulien is the first ever character to be featured second to a vision card. A bad girl Riku was featured on a discounted banner, but that didn't really make her any more popular, so I guess that's why they decided to add a bonus this time around. Maybe I should be reviewing the vision card instead. Tulien's Trustmaster reward is an ability, Earth Breaker, which is a cooldown ability that can only be used by breakers. Every 5 turns, your breaker gets to inflict a 3-turn 85% full break and a 130% Earth Imperil. The breaks in Imperil don't match the cooldown, and nowadays it's pretty hard to find an insufficient breaker who might need this ability. The Earth Imperil could let them fit onto Earth teams though, but eventually the ability will fall off as stronger Imperils are gradually introduced. His Super Trustmaster reward is a 2-handed axe with tremendous attack power. It also boasts an incredible double machine killer, an impressive double beast killer, and when equipped onto Tulien, gives him 500 attack and boosts his limit burst damage by 150%. It's an incredible Super Trustmaster reward despite the fact that axe wielders aren't too common, but if you happen to get Tulien, I suppose it's not an issue. Onto his active abilities. Provoke is Provoke. It's extremely in character for Tulien, but not too beneficial for the unit as he is. Bursting Break inflicts a 2-turn 80% full break on each enemy. Full Breakdown is an 83% full break on one enemy. Jord Ringe, there's no way that's the correct pronunciation. Jord Ring deals earth damage, inflicts a 130% Earth Imperil, and chains of Bolting Strike. Flam Ox is the same but fire. I am the one true hero, can only be used once per battle. It boosts Tulien's Earth damage by 30%, his attack by 300%, his limit burst damage by 200%, and completely fills his limit burst gauge. Passives. With his Trustmaster reward or Super Trustmaster reward equipped, Tulien gets a 30% boost to evasion and a 50% boost to passive provoke. The unit as he is doesn't actually have any boost to evasion or provoke without it, so if you plan to build him as an evasion provoke tank, you may have your work cut out for you. He deals increased damage to machines and plants, machines more than plants, and has a small boost to his limit burst regen. He prefers to carry a single weapon, and meets half the boost to their chain limit cap. His normal attack has been changed to Hero's Conviction, which deals non-elemental damage and lowers the enemy's fire and earth resistance by 110%. At the start of the battle, he'll automatically use Preemptive Full Break, which inflicts a 70% full break and lowers the enemy's elemental resistance by 80%. At EX plus 2, he gets an instant limit burst. At EX plus 3, he gets 500 attack. Onto his limit burst. It inflicts a 25% Axe Imperil, lowers defense and spear by 87%, earth resistance by 140%, boosts Tulien's limit burst damage by 150%, and then deals earth damage. Time to change forms. Despite Tulien's impressive damage modifiers for a breaker, Tulien is explicitly not a physical damage dealer. Apparently. So with that in mind, rather than attack shift, he gets enhancement shift, which only fills his limit burst gauge when the super limit burst is ready. The super limit burst itself is slightly different. The weapon Imperil remains the same, the breaks are the same, but now affects attack and magic as well. The Imperil rises by goodness gracious 5%, and then the damage modifier, okay, that one's pretty good. Let's rank Brave abilities. Raising them just raises damage, and he's clearly made for Earth. You could still bring him for Fire as a Chainer and Breaker, which is admittedly better than bringing Tyvis for Ice, so long as damage is secondary, I guess. Time to make a damage rotation. On turn 1, triple cast Jord Ring. On turn 2, cast I am the one true hero, and double cast Jord Ring. On turn 3, activate his limit burst. On turn 4, triple cast Jord Ring. On turn 5, his super limit burst is ready, so go ahead and let that loose. Repeat the rotation from there, chaining and limit bursting, depending on what's available. So, EX2. As a super limit burst user, Tulien most certainly benefits from additional EX awakenings by lowering the super limit burst cooldown. The super limit burst itself inflicts an 87% full break on a 2-turn basis, so at max stage of 3 EX awakenings, that's pretty good. If not absurdly expensive and a bit of a stretch, but hey, if you somehow got 8 Tuliens, I'm not going to be the one to put you down. That's what the comment section is for. Furthermore, he gets additional abilities at further EX awakenings. EX plus 2 nets you his Super Trustmaster reward and the instant limit burst. An 87% defense and spear break among other things right off the bat is a nice way to start, especially if it's one of the best you've got. At EX plus 3, he gets 500 attack. I'm surprised it was attack, and not, I don't know, enhancement boost. So how good is Tulien? He's as niche as they come. Earth, 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 and if you're not going to use Earth, well then he has even less to do. Mind you, he is very good at Earth, but with this kit he better be. Interestingly, as a pure breaker, his damage output is very impressive. Nowhere close to the premium units, but enough to mistake him for an actual damage dealer. However, despite Tulien's decent modifiers, his kit isn't really helpful for him. Without attack shift, his potential is harshly mitigated, but that means if you have a good supporter then he can only go up from here. Still, for what it's worth, Tulien's just another unit. An excellent addition to Earth teams, but otherwise he's kind of plain. Nevertheless, he's effective, but whether or not he's better than Riser? I don't know. I certainly haven't used Tulien in Clash of Whales. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, then leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you got Tulien, or if you've gotten him while getting the Vision card.